Happy Africa Day to you, my African brothers and sisters. Today is the day we get to celebrate our continent and all the various exports that Africa has been able to provide to the world, especially through entertainment. Now, over the past few years, music and movies, especially in Nigeria, have been described as the new oil. And today we're looking at how science, innovation and technology have helped push Africa's entertainment industry to the world. I have guests who are ready to dig into this with me, and we'll get right into the discourse. But before that, let's take you through some of the entertainment events and moments on the continent in the past year. My name is Amiola Aguda. Welcome to the show.
Africa Day is here, a day set aside to celebrate African diversity and success, and to highlight the cultural and economic potential that exists on the continent. As it is evident, the African entertainment industry is growing rapidly, and just like tourism, it is acting as one of the continent's leading PR. In celebration of this remarkable day, here are some of the most important African entertainment events and moments that have taken place in the past year, in no particular order. The Global Citizen Festival. The Global Citizen Festival is a music festival and campaign that took place in Accra, Ghana on September 24, 2022. The festival was headlined by Usher, Caesar, Stormzy, Jackie, Sarkodie, Stonebwoy, Uncle Waffles, and Tems. Organized by Global Citizen, a non-profit organization that works to end extreme poverty, the festival raised money to support education, healthcare and sanitation in Ghana. The Global Citizen Festival, Ghana, is one example of the many ways that music can be used as a powerful force for good in the world. Another major African entertainment event of the year was the Afro Nation Festival in Portugal. The festival is one of the biggest and most popular music festivals in the world, and it features a lineup of African and international stars. The 2022 edition was held from July 1 to July 3, 2022, and had Afrobeat stars like Burna Boy, Rema, Naira Marley, and Black Sherif in the lineup. The 2023 edition is set to be even bigger, as Burna Boy is set to headline Day 1, Wizkid Day 2, 50 Cent, Davido, and Buba on Day 3, and would also see appearances from Amapiano star Uncle Waffles, Major Leagues DJs, Focalistic, and Musa Keys, amongst others. Up next is the Yege Yege Festival, a unique and electric festival that takes place in Uganda. The festival features a wide range of music, art and culture from all over the world. Although the festival was on the verge of cancellation after the Speaker of Ugandan Parliament, Anita Among, directed the cancellation of the Yege Yege Music Festival over claims of it being immoral. The 2022 edition of the Yege Yege Festival was a huge success, and it helped to put Uganda on the map as a destination for world-class entertainment. Up next is the Africa International Film Festival, AFRIFF. AFRIFF is one of the biggest and most important film festivals in Africa. Set in Lagos, Nigeria, it featured a lineup of films from all over the world. The 2022 edition saw appearances from Nigerian filmmaker Femi Ogungbemi, Nikki Winstock, founder and president Invention Studios, and American writer, director and producer Ryan Coogler, amongst others. AFRIFF is a major platform for African filmmakers to showcase their work, and it helps to promote African cinema on a global scale. We can't talk about landmark events without talking about the African premiere of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. The premiere was a major event that took place in Nigeria and was attended by a star-studded lineup of celebrities including Lupita Nyong'o, Danai Gurira, Ryan Coogler, and Letitia Wright. This was a major moment for African cinema, and it helped to showcase the fashion, talent, and diversity of the African film industry. One of the biggest African entertainment moments of the year was when Tems and Burna Boy attended the Met Gala in New York City. The two artists were dressed to the nines and made a big splash on the red carpet. Tems made her debut appearance at the Met Gala in a monochrome mermaid corset dress by London-based eponymous fashion label Robert One, while Burna Boy appeared in a custom regal black and blue outfit from Burberry. This was a major moment for African representation in the global entertainment industry. Up next is the African Magic Viewers' Choice Awards. The African Magic Viewers' Choice Awards are the biggest award ceremony in Africa for film and television. This year's awards were held in Lagos, Nigeria, and took a course of 3 days, starting from the opening night and cultural celebration, followed by the nominees gala and runway show, and then the award night. The AMVCAs are a great way to celebrate the best of African entertainment, and this year's awards were no exception. These events and moments showcase the talent, creativity, and diversity of the African entertainment industry. They also help to promote African culture and heritage on a global scale.
You're watching the entertainment segment of our Africa Day special. Now, I did mention that I'm not doing this alone. With me here in the studio is A&R Executive for Horus Music, Obinna Agu. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, now joining virtually all the way from the Gold Coast is Akita James, who is a talent and content manager. It's good to have you on the program.
Hi,
Thanks for having me. I'm
Great. So,
humbled.
happy Africa Day to you both.
Thank you. Happy Africa Day to all of us.
All right, now
Mr.
jumping.
Obina.
Oh, okay, say hello.
Hi, bro.
You guys know each other?
Yes, we do.
Fantastic. So we're all familiar here.
We are.
Great. Now we're going to jump right into the conversation. The entertainment industry in Africa has been described as our greatest PR today, especially for Nigeria. What are some of the feats in the entertainment industry in Africa at large that you can say that we're most proud of, especially this year? Now, COVID-19, the pandemic happened, and then we're now here today. What are you most proud of in the African entertainment industry altogether? I'll start with you in-house.
Yeah. Talking about COVID, the first thing I'm proud of is how quickly we have been able to bounce back, and it's almost like all of that didn't happen. The shows came to a halt, but they are back up now. We have great investment coming into the business. The music never stopped. The awards, the shows, the festivals. So just being able to come out of that in such short time, and it's back to business as usual, but just in a better way. Yeah, that is something. But also, just how African music has continued to penetrate the global scenes. Like recently we saw Rema visit India to do a show. I mean, for me, that is another marker that this train is not stopping anytime soon. You know, so the music and the artists continue to break into new markets, into bigger markets, and you know, just sharing the African vibe all over the world. That is very beautiful to see, and also the level of support and investment that continues to come into the business. On the larger scale, we have the Empires and Maven and all these other people, and the distros, 1RPM, TuneCore, and of course Horus Music that I work for. So it's beautiful. It shows that what we're doing is promising, and it's going to be here for a long time. So it's a beautiful time to be here.
Yes,
really.
I love that. You have so much to be proud of in the
Absolutely.
entertainment industry. How about you, Akita? What are the feats that the entertainment industry in Africa has achieved in the past year or since COVID-19 that you say you're most proud of?
Thanks for having me once again. I'm proud of, I'll just say, the creative space, as it's always been, even through COVID, found a way to make it good and entertain people. So, I mean, it will still find its way regardless. And just as Mr. Obina said, we are going to get through it regardless. So yeah, that's what I can say about it. But for Ghana as a country, there's been more international recognition just over the past year. So before, we had more local audiences getting on our groove and all that, but then like we've realized there's more international recognition and more international appeal now. So yeah, through strategic positioning, we know we can get there. Yeah.
Okay, would you say that this growth is happening across Africa? Like countries like Ghana, South Africa, Kenya, Senegal, are they experiencing the same level of growth that would say that Nigeria is, for example? Akita, I'll go with you first.
Yeah, of course. I think we are all getting the same level of acknowledgement. It's just that the numbers also count. When you watch Nigeria is a very big country. You get it. So obviously they are going to take more advantage. And even if like Nigeria and Ghana is taking the same advantage, you are definitely going to have Nigerians over there more because of the population. You get it.
Yes.
In Uganda, for instance, they are bumping to Nigerian music just as Ghanaian music, as well as their music as well. So yeah, we are all getting the acknowledgement. It's just that the population is a bit more in Nigeria, which we all acknowledge and thank for. But yeah, Nigeria is a big country and we appreciate that. Yeah.
Yes. Do you agree with what Akita said, Obina?
Yes, I do, and I think the whole continent is enjoying the attention, because when someone who isn't African listens to any song, the first thing they think is, oh, that is African music, before they dig deeper to say, oh, okay, this person is Nigerian, this person is Ghanaian,
yes.
that person is Kenyan. So everybody is doing good, and the artists and the labels and the investors are really encouraged to keep going. It's a really beautiful time to be
to be African.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've established that the eyes are on Africa right now in entertainment.
Yeah.
And so would you say that it's safe to accredit this to science, innovation, and technology? Because 3 years ago, what was the difference? What made the difference? Why are the eyes now on Africa? Would we accredit this to science? Is it safe to accredit it to science, innovation, and technology?
Not entirely.
Okay.
Because Afrobeat's resurgence or success now has been at least 20 or more years in the making.
Okay.
You know, so we definitely need to look at all those things. And part of the advancement we're talking about, last year I think we had 2 major Afrobeat-focused documentaries, you know, and all these stories are important to document, you know, what has happened, and so other people can learn and appreciate the journey better. And it's also going to inspire young artists and young executives, you know. So we did that in partnership with people like Netflix and Prime, you know, the other guys. So I think it is very important to just realize how far we've come and how much more distance there is to cover. But I'm very happy because I think the continent is ready. We see the guys who jump on screen and who jump on stage, but there are also a lot of people behind these people who help to facilitate the business, and there's been a lot of capacity building in that area as well. You know, so I feel like the success we have now is going to be sustained long term.
Okay, okay. So it's not entirely, we are not entirely accrediting it to science, innovation, and technology. We are
No.
accrediting it to Afrobeats being Afrobeats
Yeah.
and now getting the attention that it deserves.
Yes, but definitely technology is
Has
an
played a part.
enabler.
Yes.
An enabler. It has totally helped to open up everything.
Okay.
Like back in the day, you needed to physically go to a TV station to plug your videos,
But then
or
now-
just the tedious process of recording music and putting it out. But right now, everything is there. You can DIY, do your recording, upload it, do it right now, get on social media, push yourself, luckily find a viral moment, and, you know,
And then that's
scale
it.
up. So technology has definitely helped, but we need to give ourselves credit because technology met a prepared people.
That was already there. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, Akita, on the Ghanaian front, we have Stone Boy, Shatta Wale, and Black Sheriff. Now, what can we say that these artists are doing differently to put Ghana on the global scene?
First of all, I'll just commend all these artists. They are doing amazing well as they are out there now. And Black Sheriff is currently on a US tour. He's currently performing in US, and he's doing amazing. Black Sheriff is an authentic artist, which I think people have actually bought more into him because of his authenticity. And Stonebwoy, over the past years, has worked with renowned international artists such as Beenie Man, Sean Paul, and the likes, and those like collaborations has actually increased Stonebwoy's brand. You get it. Shatta Wale is a character we all know.
He is.
Yeah,
He
his
really is.
Yeah, of course, his collaborations and his social media presence has actually significantly increased his global appeal. So yeah, they all do good. We just have to still work and keep on working. Yeah, but so far, big ups to the Ghana boys. They are trying.
Okay. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, there's several names that ring a bell. We talk about Thames, Burna Boy, Rema, Davido, Wizkid, Tiwa Savage, Yemi Alade. What are their teams doing differently that you know as a music guy? What are their teams doing differently that has put them on this front in the past year or 2 years?
First of all, which is a good problem, because right now you cannot dive into this type of question without saying, hey, there are way more people who are doing amazing, you know, so which also speaks to the growth of the industry. I remember back in the day where you just mentioned the top 3 and it's like every other person isn't doing good or making money or doing amazing things.
Yes.
But right now you can really go top 1 to top 30 and say, oh, okay, Oxlade is doing this.
Yes.
Oh, CK is doing that. Oh, Fireboy is doing this. Oh, Kizza, you know, so the industry has definitely expanded. But for these people, I mean, these are very, these artists have very intelligent people behind them because ultimately music is a product and the artist is a brand. So presentation is very important. Thought is important. I'll give you an example. We saw a brilliant rollout for Davido's recent release.
Yes,
you know, for a day they switched the name of Beat FM to Timeless FM. You know, and then how he strategically partnered with Puma, you know, to put out apparel and to support him and to support, you know, the work, you know, and all the other stuff. And even last week We saw him do this viral video with Chris Brown.
Yes.
So you can see there is thought to this thing. So it's not business as usual. So the artists have come to realize that it is important to have brilliant people in your corner and to, you know, continue to innovate and know that you're a brand, you need to stay exciting. So basically, these guys have stayed hungry in a positive way. They stay motivated and they realize that innovation is key.
Okay. So we've established innovation is key, having the right people to export your music, because it's not just the music, it's also, you have to have the right team
Absolutely.
that's putting you out
Absolutely.
and doing the right things to put you out in front of the world. Okay, now Akita, I'm coming to you. Ghana is now home to a lot of big festivals. There was the Afro Nation, Chance the Rapper's Black Star Line Festival was in Ghana last year. Global Citizen also held in Ghana last year. And it has even been recommended by a lot of foreign celebrities who advise African Americans to visit the motherland. Now, what do you think has made Ghana a fertile ground for international influx? Is it the government that's playing a part of this, or is it just the Ghanaian people and the hospitality there?
Thanks for the acknowledgement. I'll just first of all say that from my perspective, I think there's like two main factors. First off, the Ghanaian people. I mean, Ghana, we pride ourselves with our rich cultural heritage. We respect ourselves, and with that respect, we are more welcoming, and like you get it. So people like to come here just because of the people. The people are very nice. I mean, if you know Ghanaians, Ghanaians are just good vibes. And that's on the side. Obviously, you can't run such institution without the government's backing. And I think this particular government have tried to make things a little bit easier for investors coming in. So, for instance, they've invested heavily in infrastructural development, such as our improved airports. If you land in Ghana, you see our airport is very nice. They've also invested in hospitality. So most of the hotels and then the historical sites, the government is heavily involved into getting those places sorted out. For instance, we have Cape Coast Castle or Mina Castle. When you come to Ghana, you can just go there and tour and all that. So I think these are the two major reasons. Obviously, the people are nice, but the government has also been involved heavily in promoting tourism. Yeah.
Okay, all right, thank you so much for that. Now let's delve into the film industry really quickly. We can't talk about entertainment without also talking about movies as well as music. Now, Akita, what has the Ghanaian film industry been up to in the past year? What can you tell us?
Past year. First of all, I'll just touch on collaboration. So over the past year, we've seen major collaborations. I've personally worked on projects where we exported talent from Nigeria to Ghana to work together. And when that happens, like, there's diverse ideas being shared, there's expertise and all that. I'll also talk about production. So, I mean, with technology, there's like new tools out there and all that. The cameras that were being used in the 2000s are not being used now. There are more advanced quality production cameras out there. So the cameras are very high quality and all that. Distribution channel, again, technology. Before it was, you finish up the movie, you go into a store, a distribution store, give it to them, and then the distribution store will probably sell it out to viewers. But then now there are channels like Netflix, HBO, and whatever. When you are done producing your movie, you can actually just have a door and then put it on there, and then it will reach audience. So these are like a few changes that have happened, which I think is best, and it has helped us a lot. Yeah. And also there are film festivals. There are film festivals organized here, which attract audience from all around the world as well. Yeah.
Yeah. You can never talk about film festivals enough, because they're giving so much light to the films that people are making, even the smaller ones, the independent ones as well. Obinna, being a music professional, how do you think that sync licensing industry in Africa has fared this far, especially with opportunities that are for African creators?
Man, honestly, I would say we're still, sync licensing is still in its infancy stages, but I definitely have to give credit to the professionals within the ecosystem right now. There has been effort to, you know, to improve on it. And last year, we saw a few good placements. Chike, Oxlade, and so many other people got on amazing movies from Shantytown to all the others. So there is that effort to say, you know what, it doesn't make sense that this music industry is so big and we are big on this side, but we definitely need to collaborate some more. So, but I see the effort and it's laudable, and I feel like it's only going to continue because it has started.
Okay. All right. Now, like Akita has mentioned, we cannot overlook the influence of technology in today's entertainment, even in the movies especially. What role do you think, Akita, that's the question for you, what role do you think that data has to play in the growth of African entertainment? I hear it's an important marketing tool with the emergence of turntable charts, chart metrics, Audi science, and the likes.
I think it's actually helped and made the work a lot more easier. Before, if you don't know who is listening to you and from where, you are just doing blind marketing, blind promotion, and going everywhere to perform. But then now with, for instance, tools available, Spotify for artists, and you get to know who is listening and where they are listening. With that data, you can actually tailor your promotion. So if like your artist is trending more in Nigeria, Lagos, you make sure the money you are going to be spending on promotion is being spent in Lagos. You get it, and not being spent in Nairobi when you know clearly you are not getting any audience in Nairobi.
I see.
So with that data, you can actually tailor your content, marketing, and promotion, and I think that's a big jump from where we were before, when you didn't know who you are promoting to and then where you are promoting to. Yeah.
Okay. You want to?
For me, a major part where I have seen data really play out is even in attracting investment. When there's data, it makes the process of getting investment less tedious, because your investor wants to look at something and say, okay, this is what is happening. Even without consulting you, the data is there. They can go and look at it and say, okay, the market is promising. Now is a good time to go in. So data has definitely helped to improve investment opportunities within the industry.
Okay, so now we've established that data is important, but then there's the issue of AI, which people have described as a two-edged sword. What do you think the future is, especially with the surgence of AI?
The first thing I've learned about change and technology is to not fight it, because you're not strong enough. It's going to happen anyway.
Okay.
So now you have to think of how to use it to your advantage. Just like when streaming came, the guy selling CDs would say, oh, this is going to throw me out of the market.
Yes.
But also, it also gives him, a new opportunity if he looks at it. And then the artist is saying, well, I like that I just put out my music and someone can listen to me in Japan, in France. And, when I was working with the Alaba distributors, they couldn't get me out there that quickly. So do we now stay there because we don't want to evolve? So AI definitely has its challenges. We have seen voices of Kanye West and other people being cloned, So I guess now it's just time to figure out good ways to deploy it. But I also feel like I might be wrong, but I don't think tech can evoke emotions like human beings.
Okay.
So I think the human touch will always be needed, will always be important.
Great. Any last words from you, Akita, on AI and basically entertainment industry in Africa, science, technology, innovation? Any last words?
I'm just going to acknowledge Obina, because Obina is a mentor already, and he has actually said everything. So, yeah, but I mean, low-key, I use AI, low-key. I'm not fighting it. You have to find a way to work it out. Yeah,
we definitely do. Thank you both so much for joining the show today. I really appreciate your input. I myself have learned so much today, especially when we're talking about using your chart metrics to determine where to push your music and where to pump money into your music. Thank you to my audience for watching and tuning into the show. I hope that you've had an enlightening conversation as much as I have. My name is Amiola, and until the next segment, I'm...